Greetings, kitties! Welcome back to Keepers of the Crypt, our Tales from the Crypt podcast that delves deep into the dungeon of delightful horrors that Tales from the Crypt always had in store for us. We are ecstatic that the show has finally found a streaming home at Shudder. We are thrilled to be rewatching these, re-falling in love with them. A hopefully new generation of people will find Tales from the Crypt and be as influenced by it as we were. Now, before we start a little business, people, please go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, Misfit Parade, where you can find this podcast, some of our short films, other cool stuff we're doing, including our sister podcast, the Messed Up Movies Podcast. If you love Tales from the Crypt, there's no way you don't love the kind of movies we talk about on the Messed Up Movies Podcast. You can find that on our YouTube channel. Again, subscribe at Misfit Parade. You can also find that on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you find pods. Ratings, reviews, sharing with a friend, all those little things mean so much to podcasters like us. We thank you in advance. Season 4, Episode 4, Tales from the Crypt. Seance.
Yeah, Seance,
so,
see?
Some interesting things about this episode, written by Night Court's own Harry Anderson. It's kind of cool.
Love it.
We've got Cathy, Moriarty, Ben Cross, Ellen Crawford, and John Vernon.
John Vernon.
What I like about this show, this episode's pretty solid. We start with a fun, like, Humphrey Bogart crypty.
Love it.
That was kind of fun.
It.
I was like, what was this voice John Kassir was doing? Like, what kind of needle was he trying to thread?
It was
in
like
I still have to do the, like, horribly nasally high thing, but then I was like, yeah, she's a dame.
It's like Humphrey Bogarty. Like a little Humphrey Bogart.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's a straight up Humphrey Bogart riff, but in the voice of the Crypt Keeper, which is fucking fun.
Fucking
and
great.
I'll say that that's kind of the thing that carries through this episode that I enjoyed is there's like a real fun kind of like whip snap timbre to how this episode pops off, the dialogue, right? Because as the mystery, quote unquote, unfolds, again, we're doing the exact same thing as the last episode, or one of the last episodes, right? Where it's like, let's start at the fucking end. This is not starting at the very end. It's starting like 3 minutes before. That's how Tales from the Crypt likes to do it, right? Just like our Chemical H episode. Let's start 3 minutes from the end. Go back and be like, how did I get mixed up with this crazy broad?
Right.
Then you go back and do the show, and then you come back and there's like 3 minutes of a scare left, right? So fucking hate that. Hate that. But
however,
really fun little kind of like Cathy Moriarty's crushing this episode, right? Yeah. And so she's doing they're practicing a fake seance, right? I am the transition. What do you wish to tell us? The candle flame goes up. You see a robed figure. And she's like, God damn it, you missed your mark. And they start kind of going at it.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, they're setting this old lady up for a fraud, right? Then we go back in time and see what the ruse really was, which is Ben Cross plays a shady lawyer. She is or is not John Vernon's cousin. I think they're supposed to be actual cousins. So that part kind of, I was a little confused on if their ruse was based in truth or lies.
I think the
because John Vernon constantly says, like, I don't believe any of this.
Yeah.
I'm just here to bang.
I'm just here to fuck my cousin, apparently.
Yeah. Kissing cousins. Then it's like, that's more than kissing, sir. I don't know what they called it back in the day. You're doing an awful lot more than kissing while that dude's in the closet taking photogs of everything.
I think that the cousin thing's part of the story. I don't think they're actually cousins.
Okay, because that's what I was confused. Because
I think it's
they're
part
playing
of the overall thing.
So essentially, their long ruse is when they're busted. John Vernon's like, "Did I catch you in your latest turn of trick?"
Yeah,
and so it seems like they do this like cousin fake money all the time. The problem is, where does this money come from this mysterious bank robbery thing, or is that suitcase at the end John Vernon's own money where he's like, I'm going to bring this to buy you, the lawyer, out? Because if so, that seems like a really like long roundabout kind of ruse rather than just actually blackmailing him with naked photos.
I think it's the former because, to me, the idea is you blackmail him for the money, and then it's just like happenstance that he dies in the elevator shaft.
So that part, yeah, completely. What I'm saying is the ruse of her daddy, your uncle, was a bank robber, and this bank has $2 million, but it was started with this illegal money, and we gotta keep it hush hush, blah blah blah. And I just want my 10% because he was my friend. And she's like, hey, come to my apartment. Oops, we're cousins, and just like spreads him open.
Bangs.
And he's like, oops, I tripped and fell dick first into my cousin. You're like, there's a lot of like, whoops-a-daisy, how did this happen?
Yeah.
Like the actual con of this episode.
The actual con is very confusing.
Makes no fucking sense to me.
Yeah.
At all.
It's not a great con.
Because then they have backup cons. They're like, this plan's pretty convoluted. Our backup con is let's just get pictures of fucking John Vernon's bulbous ass plowing into
just
his
banging
cousin.
his cousin. Yeah. I do like the idea.
Double secret cousin boning. It's like, what? Oh, my God.
I do like the idea that the backup plan is, I guess we'll just, I don't know, get him to fuck his cousin, and then we can totally get the money. Like,
yeah, then we'll just go to his wife. It's like, it feels like at the end they're like, damn it, we should have just targeted the blind wife first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's definitely.
I guess her being blind wouldn't have any reason why she would like believe their poppycock story anymore.
There's definitely a sense of buyer's remorse on the once they meet the blind wife, like, oh, I fucked my fake cousin. Great, that wasn't cool. But I gotta say, like,
well, then the next day he shows up with the little Vince McMahon walk, and he's like, here's a briefcase of money. Get out of our lives.
Yeah. Well, I think the other thing that I don't understand is, okay, this convoluted sort of con they're putting together. I'm like, excuse me, the B squad idea was the simple blackmail. You should have just gone with the first. You should have gone with the B.
Well, and then even plot C is wait, he's got a blind wife. Let's run a seance. You're like, that's even better. That's like a classic. Like when they started at the seance, I was like, yes, that's a classic Tales from the Crypt.
I feel like the B and C ruses should have been number one. Like,
yeah, I feel like we could have taken out the weird, like, One-Eyed Willie's treasure map story.
Yeah.
It's like, just start with the photog taking pictures of you banging your cousin.
Didn't make any sense.
And then get on with it, right? The elevator gag was pretty good.
Oh, no, I thought
I was a little confused because she whips out a gun and she's like, I'm going to fucking shoot him in this hallway. And you're like, there is at minimum 2 extras that they walk past in that hallway that just see all this and they're like, mum's the word.
Yeah, no,
and they disappear because the cops are like, their story checks out. This guy just like walked straight into an elevator shaft.
Well, that's the thing. Like in the
then got squished and his fucking intestines came back up. They had nothing to do with it.
Isn't like it's like the 30s. So forensic evidence is like, I don't know. That guy thinks he saw it. Well, that's good enough for me. That's the end of that.
Yeah, the guy's like, I don't know if this is all adding up. And the inspector's like, do you see it out of order, Sergeant Rook? Exactly. Another man brought down by poor signage. It's like, that's why you're the detective and I'm the rook, bitch. I thought it was all about, the suitcase of money. Like, my bad. Being
a detective in the 1930s, like, especially like, if you watch other noir movies, like being a detective in the 1930s is essentially like, do you rip darts nonstop? Do you smoke? Do you drink black coffee and swill gin or whiskey?
God, I always feel like that was my era. I missed out on being like a sleazy detective.
Nah, I don't think you would have been able to do the sleazy detective.
Good, dude.
I think you would have been good. You would have more of an. You know what? Like if we're gonna use
wisecracking, drinking out of the bottle, ripping darts. Just trying to wrestle strange women as I get mixed up in their personal picadillos.
I use the LA Confidential archetypes a lot of the time, and you definitely would have been a Bud White. I think.
No, come on.
You would have been a Russell Crowe for sure.
No.
You would have barehanded broken a wooden chair and then like stuck a gun in someone's mouth to get a confession.
See, that is cool, but that feels like real. I think I'd rather be like Humphrey Bogart, like, hit me, all right? Just let me feel something. I don't care. Right? Just get back to my drink.
Just getting your balls stomped on in 1935. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Good luck. You're going to need bigger boots, bro. I think I would have been a great wisecracking alcoholic detective.
I legitimately... Okay, when they get to the seance...
So what does that make you? Are you a Kevin Spacey detective?
No, I'm definitely an Exley. I mean, I'm a pencil pushing dickhead for sure. That's me. Yeah, I know my brand.
You're Kevin Spacey from Glengarry.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe you should just not be a Kevin Spacey.
Let's not be a Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, we could just go with a different filmography.
I was saying I was a Guy Pearce, and let's just leave it at that.
So I was saying that. Not at all to be insulting because it's early in the morning and my coffee hadn't kicked in. And then I go, it sounds like I'm just saying Alex is more Kevin Spacey than the characters.
Kevin Spacey roles?
Maybe a Kaiser Sose, Alex. Is that you? Maybe you work at fast food and you're tired of your bitch wife. No, your Alex is not like Kevin Spacey.
Thank you.
As far as I know.
As far as I know, too.
Yeah, if you got evidence, step up. But I believe in my friend.
I'm pretty boring.
He's not.
I will say this. Okay, so
maybe you're Alan Arkin and Glengarry. That's okay.
I'm definitely an Alan Arkin type. And
there we go.
Like,
that's the
no one should talk to me like that. Equivalent. No one should talk to me like that. No one. Yeah. And then you walk out.
Yeah.
I got to say this. So after the elevator shaft gag, which is awesome, the seance thing.
That was great. I love the intestine. I love him like, help me.
Awesome.
Like, and then he gets totally squished awesome. And his guts come back up. That was really fun.
When they get to the seance part, I was like, holy shit, they're still doing this? Like, they got the money. Go.
This was kind of the miss of the thing because he's just like, I can't stand you, blah. And she's like, wait a sec, we got the money. Let's reboot with just, like, their whole ruse is set in a, lawyer's office. I was like, man, they turned around that seance set quick. Costumes, everything. Effects. Like,
you got effects, stews, all kinds of stuff. So it kind of
hints that they must have had an entire, like, operation of ruses. But this episode is pretty great. The problem is it's so disjointed that it drops a lot for me. Because, again, also when it's an episode called The Seance with con people, nothing you do is going to be better than what happens in that seance room.
Yeah.
And I think that's still, like, that seance scene is still better than everything else in the movie. Like, faking a seance is better than faking a mysterious uncle robbing. But you have a great cast. You have a great script. The cousin banging is a nice little throwaway.
Yeah.
I will say, John Vernon was so cavalier. He's like, I don't know for sure if you're my cousin or not.
I don't know, but I'm going to test it out.
This is happening. Yeah, that's like... Dude, if there's like a 10% chance it's your cousin, you should probably not do that.
Yeah. Is this a normal thing for you?
I know it's Cathy Moriarty, but dear God, like, listen. I know he's also one of those, like, the old wolf. It's like, how many fucking injured fawn am I going to find in the wild? I don't know.
Okay.
Also, there's like a whole Daredevil scenario.
Yeah,
where, like, he goes home and his old man dong just smells of cousin.
Yeah,
he probably smells a lot anyways because people wore full suits back then.
Yeah, so
but his wife like wakes up. She's like a cartoon floating on like the scent, and she's like pussy, and just like knows he immediately did it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I actually
there's a lot of ways this episode could have gone.
I'll say this. Other than the intestine effect, my other favorite part is when Vernon comes back, he basically reveals himself.
Yeah, literally no explanation for this.
No explanation at
Ben
all.
Cross's character goes in the closet and is waiting to come out for his line. And then he comes out and it's the actual voice of John Vernon. His wife, the bagman are there, and so he's just...
The lawyer?
And it's actually just John Vernon.
Yeah.
With Ben Cross's head in a suitcase. He's like, I wanted to deliver this personally. And I was like, what? Huh? What?
But my favorite moment is when it's revealed, John Vernon's revealed, and the lawyer is the lawyer's like narrating for the blind wife and goes, "It's your husband. He's looking particularly piquant." I'm like, "Are you serious, dude? You are straight faced telling this woman that her dead husband's back, and he's just like not looking great."
Piquant? Well, yeah, that guy. If he is there as like a handler. If you're a blind rich lady, you're not having some fucking monosyllabic fool.
That guy's
saying words like piquant. Like, imagine hearing the word piquant.
Yeah.
And the way, like in Ratatouille, right? Like when the right flavor just fills your void with like color and shit. Like this guy's painting a fucking beautiful picture.
Yeah.
Right? She's getting the full effect.
So I gotta say, her body man, probably the bravest dude I've ever seen in my life. Like he saw an actual ghost. He's like, he looks quite piquant. Like, you have enough wherewithal to like verbiage like that? Good for you.
Grab your stick, bitch. We're getting out of here. That's what I do. We're fucking running right now. Yeah, I don't know, because there are some things, like there are some great lines, right? When they're sitting there at the first debating if they're gonna go through it, and he's like, "You got spiders in your veins."
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, and you tangle in my webs, baby." Or then, she's like, I know you miss it with me. And he's like, the only thing I miss is the showers afterwards. And I was like, damn, what?
Was your first thought, too, when she said that? Because mine was, do they shower together, too? Because that's weird. Like, yeah.
No, I thought it was just like stone cold, dude. Like, I just like watching the stank of you off of me.
Yeah.
Or was I like, have you just not taken a shower since? Like, that seems easy to remedy.
That would also
But
make
either way,
sense.
it's honestly like the script is sharp. The dialogue is sharp. The cast is great. The problem is there's just this unnecessary fucking bulbous appendage to the movie that kind of derails us a little bit because we never really know. I feel like they should have just simplified the con straight to the seance.
Yeah.
And if you want to do a previous bit of we set this guy up, he fell in an elevator, like right at the hotel, right after we banged and he realized there were photos, right? Because they have that bit where like he hums the weird song and that's how John Vernon catches him.
Yeah.
You could have done all that in that one hotel room as like the second scene of the show and then had more time at the seance to explain why he comes back as a ghost. Why, if you come back as a ghost, do you want to be in the costume? Like, there's things that I think could have been done better and not so truncated had we taken out that weird extra layer that just doesn't matter.
Right.
But really what it comes down to is the kind of just whip sharp dialogue with a great cast. That's what I'll remember this episode.
Great script and a great cast. I think what's interesting about this is we're 4 seasons in, and I do think we're hitting this sort of...
he does rip her heart out. We totally forgot that, too.
Oh, yeah.
You might call this a bait and switch. It's like, damn, dude.
Yeah, there was some pretty... I mean, like, again, there's some good, like, blood effects, a little cool gore. I do think we're 4 seasons in, though. We are starting to hit, like, mid-episodes. Like, just all... Like, a lot of mids where you're like, all right, that was fine. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
like,
it feels like we're to that point now. It's going to be fewer and far between where, like, oh my God, this feels new and interesting. Yeah. But again, this is kind of a classic Tales from the Crypt. We killed someone, they came back and killed us.
Yeah. We're back
in the pocket. It has really great elements. I think that's this show, not perfect, but it has really strong elements that make it a super fun watch, right? What I used to tell Cloud is this was like a appointment viewing thing back then. So like you would be like, you had to watch it then or else, we didn't have all the shit you have now.
Right.
And so I was like, if you like stayed in to watch this show and missed something else, would you have been mad? You're like, no, you wouldn't have been mad at this one. This one's fun. That's it.